Hey there, I'm Deadman Walking and welcome to Stonevania Season 2. Today we're going to make some pretty significant progress in our mystical village over on the other side of the river. Specifically, we're going to finally take care of that pesky river that's been being put off for a while now. But first things first, we have a comment to add to our library over at Tomes and Scrolls. So I'll meet you over there. Today's comment comes from Uyuch. At least I think that's how you say his name. And he simply said W. So there it is. And we'll just leave that right there. If you want your comment left in the library over at Tomes and Scrolls, you should head on down to the comments of this video and leave yours. The top liked comment will get put in here in my next episode. Moving on though, let's start taking care of this river. We're going to make some massive upgrades later on, but for now, we need to upgrade the terrain. So let's go ahead and hop into a quick time lapse. Let's get going. Well, now we've got another blank canvas. Just a little less flat this time. Anyway, let's go take a look at a couple things and talk about what I did and what the future holds. So the first one is this little blue strip of wool that I laid out as part of the river. Now let's hop into free cam real quick to get a better view. As you can see, I'm actually going to extend this river to connect up with this lake. That may or may not become important later, but eventually I do want to do this. And while we're up here, you can also see this brown wool laid out, and that is to mark the continuation of the road. The gray wool represents a wall to a cemetery that we'll be putting in here eventually. And I'm sure that you saw from the time lapse that I've actually started smoothing out this little hunk of land. Now that's important because this hunk of land and all of this ridge is going to get turned into a mountain. Well, at least the facade of a mountain. Definitely not going to make it solid and definitely not going to finish the backside. Its sole purpose is just going to be to hide away the redstone and the farms from the village. I haven't worked on any of the texturing for the mountains that are going to go here, but I do know they will eventually come in. Now we're going to be working in this area a little bit more. We're going to put a couple of houses in here, and we're going to fix another mistake with this shop. I found better images of the roof, and I've done it completely wrong. So we're going to fix that. Anyway, let's gather some materials and hop into another quick time lapse. Let's get going. And with that, these two buildings are, well, that one's fixed and this one's done. Technically, this is even two. We've got one house here and another shop here. Well, house shop thing. It's not really a shop, it's a fishmonger. You can really tell from this side because of that little cutout, which obviously none of the insides are actually done. This one isn't done. The interior for this one isn't done, nor is the interior for this additional section of the wand shop. I'll probably eventually do interiors for them, but for now, the exterior is more than enough. And I'm sure you might have seen, but I've also taken some time to lay out some future plans. There's 2 buildings over here that I'm going to be putting in, and one really massive, weirdly shaped building here. But that's for a future episode. That's definitely not today. Right now, excuse you. Right now I want to take care of this section of river. Fill in the dirt and mudify it and build up some walls for the river so that we don't see this kind of stuff. So we need to find a couple of conduits. It's time for an adventure. Let's find some shipwrecks and their associated buried treasure. Okay, I'm calling it quits. I've been killing nautilus and drowned and fishing for hours. Literal hours. And I've only gotten 17 nautilus shells. I'm done. I mean, just look at all this. This is everything that I collected while we were searching for nautilus shells. I found every single variant of nautilus armor, 15 nautilus shells, and 13 drowned heads, and even a zombie nautilus shell. That is just insane. Why is it so hard to find nautilus shells still? Well, we're going to make do with what we've got. I was hoping to fill the entire river with conduits so that we didn't have to deal with it in the future, but this has become a future deadman problem. Let's go ahead and set these conduits up and get working on this riverbed. According to the wiki, these have a radius of 96 blocks. Let's see. This is Z of -82. So if I go to a Z of, let's say, 70 at the bottom of the ocean, or this river, I'm sorry, Z of -20. And then to the bottom of this river, and I say, oh, hold on. Okay, as I was saying, we come to about -20 and go to the bottom. And that is where our conduit would sit. One moment. If we open up, we need to open up the mini HUD very quickly. Mods, mini HUD. Shapes. There's too many drowned around here. Ooh. Let's see if I can do it this way. Shapes. Sphere. Add shape. Configure. I can. We'll set its radius to 96. Wait, is that... Hey, editor admin here. This is where I read the wiki wrong, and which led me to do it wrong. I eventually figured out my mistake and fixed it later, but I wanted to leave this in here so that you could see the process of setting up these conduits. We need 42 as a radius. Anyway, let's get back to it. And then we can set it here. So if we just hop back down to our thingy. And then we go to mods really quick. Mini HUD. Shapes. Configure. Set here. On. Okay, so that won't reach all the way. So we need to move it about... What would this be? Actually, this would be pretty easy to figure out now, because we can just hop into FreeCam, set a camera up, and then we just move this until it encompasses the river. And we just set it right there. We need to go to these coordinates and play. That's where our first conduit needs to go. There we go. Now that we've got the conduits in place, I need to go gather some materials. I don't want to bore you with more of it, so let's go talk to Lynnt about the happenings in the shopping district. I'll see you over there.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, there's a thing out here.
Bad things.
There was a bad thing.
Stay up there.
Oh, I wanted to come over and chat with you for a minute about the happenings of the shopping district.
Oh, okay. You have my full undivided attention. Not distracted by trying to clean up anything, ever.
Of course, why would you be? So, stuff's getting out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
I think the tater needs to not be the tater anymore. And I've heard that the hoss and the boss are working on some things, some possibly devious things to oust our lovely and very fortunate and awesome dictator. Yes, benevolent. Yes, that's my word. Benevolent. Thank you.
Yes.
What may one need to do to get on said very good and healthy plans for our dictator?
Oh, of course. I don't know if you've had the chance to visit the Denny's yet, but we could travel to the Denny's real quick. We're actually taking applications at the Denny's for new hires to join the Haas and Boss H&B team.
Okay.
So,
I would not be opposed to a afternoon snack at the Denny's.
Here, we can go this way out of the bathroom.
Trying to make a statement or something with that portal?
No, not me. Make a statement, never. I don't know if you've noticed this lovely sign we have out front. Yeah, you just take one if you want.
Interview. Heck yeah, I want. I'll apply for at the Denny's. Do I give it to Denny?
Back here. Oh. Past the service station back here, and then
wow, I'm not even hired and I'm already getting into the back rooms.
Step into the office. We have a little book for your application. Here if you want to read through that, and then we have like supplies in the chest for the actual like applying for the job and everything.
I would love to join the cause, as it were. Can I reach it?
Of course. Yeah, we got an anvil in the corner here, and yeah, just take a map, place it on your portal and support. We're actually working on collecting all of the applications and figuring out the best time for interviews and everything. But yeah, I will talk with Haas and we'll get you on the Denny's team.
Heck yeah. Do I get it? Do I get a uniform?
Yeah. You will now. That's such a good idea.
All right. Well, I will wait impatiently for your response of my application for Denny's and assistance with
Oh, of course,
the
of course.
Tater Behavior Correctional Facilities.
Oh, of course, absolutely, yeah. As you've read in our book here, we don't necessarily want to get rid of the tater entirely. I just hypothetically he would be a good mascot for the shopping district, but mascot is the limit. Uh, but yeah,
that sounds about right.
I'm glad
Yeah.
we have your support.
Yeah, of course.
We've gotten a couple of other members as well, so we've got to do interviews with them, but
Mm-hmm.
Haas and Boss will reach out. I'm trying not to be overzealous and just be like, yes, hired immediately. That's why Haas is here to keep me from being too overexcited about everything.
Now, I'm not sure what Haas and Boss exactly have in mind for the dictatorship and the eyes, but we'll learn as we go. In the meantime, I've actually posted actual eye tax or dictatorship tax. And I've actually started making diamonds from it too. Even at the new shop, Skriva. I even made a little Zen garden beach sort of thing that the Vanians are free to come use, but they've got to buy passes. Of course, the eyes and the dictator have to buy day passes, but everyone else's just lifetime. Corruption kind of feels good, not gonna lie. Anyway, enough about the dictatorship for now. Let's head back to our base and check out the river. And that's the progress on the village that we're going to do for today. We made some significant progress on the wall and the riverbed. We've got 2 new houses, and we finally finished off the roof of the wine shop. I've also been sparingly adding details around the place, like this little garden between the wine shop and the fishmonger. Added this little area for the fishmonger to store or process or do whatever it needs to do. And even this little bay for the fishmonger to unload and haul up his catch. I also added a little place where I'm going to put in a waterfall eventually. I carved out this section so that I can put some buildstone in it. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I see you in the next one. And until I see you again, have fun. God bless. And remember, I love you. Jesus loves you more. Bye.
Hello and welcome to Mossy's cooking. Wait, let me start my timer. Hello and welcome to Mossy's cooking show. I hope you're doing well. This is Mossy's cooking mayhem show using only the things I have in my inventory. Here we go. First of all, we're gonna an arrow, and we'll just prepare this here. You're gonna take your arrows and just put them in a nice little circle. Then you're gonna come down. Grab your steak. You got your steak inside of your arrows. Look at that, held up nicely, ready to eat. You don't need to touch meat at all. You don't need to get it on your fingers. You can just go straight away.
Oh.
Eat it right off the arrow.
I love it.
Looking in my fridge, I've also got. Oh, would you look at this? More steak. Whoa. Yep, but this has been Mossy's Mayhem Cooking Show. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're doing very well. And I've still got 7 seconds left, so I'm going to keep rambling and ramble. But welcome to Mossy's Cooking Show. It's now over. Thank you very much for joining. You've been a great guest. Thank you.
I didn't even get to eat the steak afterward.
It's a show here.